introduction whatsoever, but I'm gonna give her one anyway. We loved her in hit movies like Set It Off, Kill Bill, and Independence Day, just to name a few. You know the love that you get. To look at Vivica A. Fox is to have a memory in life about anything that we've ever done.
Oh my gosh, Sherry.
All right, folks, buckle up because we've got a roller coaster of celebrity tea brewing today. Picture this, Vivica A. Fox, Hollywood royalty, someone who has graced our screens for decades, has suddenly found herself in the middle of a swirling storm of gossip and controversy. Why? Well, it seems everyone's buzzing about her alleged decision to undergo a Brazilian lift, BBL, at the age of 60. Yes, 60. And let's just say the reactions have been louder than an audience at a live awards show.
But I had no ideas my 50s would be so fabulous.
Yes.
Yes, you know?
Yes.
And especially when you get people, ooh, you getting old. You getting old? No, honey, I'm getting better.
So, here's the deal. Recently, Vivica showed up at an event in Houston celebrating her Vivica Fox hair collection. And honey, it wasn't just her hair that had people talking. She stepped out in a fitted white outfit, and let's just say her new curves were front and center. The internet, being the internet, lost its collective mind. Videos of the event began circulating on social media with captions boldly claiming that she had undergone a BBL. The clip went viral faster than you can say Hollywood drama, and people had plenty to say. Some loved her new look, others were less supportive, to put it mildly, and a few went so far as to call it botched. Yikes. Now, let's take a step back. Vivica has always been admired for her timeless beauty and impeccable figure. Back in the day, she was considered one of the most stunning women in Hollywood. Small waist, naturally curvy, and a face that could light up a room. So when fans noticed this dramatic change in her shape, many were scratching their heads asking, why, Vivica, why? Some fans outright said she didn't need any enhancements because she was already perfection. Others, however, were quick to jump on the critical bandwagon with comments like, her legs don't even match her booty, and why would she do this at her age? Social media, as we know, can be a very unforgiving place.
And you look every inch of better.
Oh, thank
It's just
you.
like, you even when you walked out here, you take my breath away, Vivica, all the time. Now, I follow you on Instagram.
But wait. There's more to this story, because things got even spicier when none other than her ex, rapper and entrepreneur 50 Cent, decided to weigh in. That's right, 50 Cent, who famously dated Vivica back in 2003, couldn't resist chiming in. He reposted the viral video of Vivica's Houston appearance and cheekily captioned it with, "Wait, let me see," followed by some emojis that only added fuel to the fire. Now, if you know anything about 50, you know that subtlety is not his strong suit. Of course, the internet immediately jumped to conclusions, speculating that 50 might be trying to spin the block and rekindle their romance. Cue the dramatic music.
After he said the thing out to Soul Train at the Soul Train Music Awards, and I want to thank Vivica Fox for wearing that dress.
Fans flooded the comment section, some joking that 50 still had feelings for Vivica, while others criticized him for always having something to say about her. And let's not forget, these two have quite the history of public back and forths. It's like that ex you can't stop talking about even years later. For those who need a refresher, Vivica and 50 had a whirlwind romance in 2003 that ended almost as quickly as it began. They've spent the years since throwing shade at each other in interviews, on social media, and even on live television. Remember the time Vivica suggested that 50 was, not entirely straightforward about certain things, or when 50 dragged Vivica online over, well, just about everything? Yeah, it's been messy.
And he's such a gentleman. He's very generous. I know him as Curtis, always will. And the 50 Cent, you know.
But let's not forget, 50 Cent and Vivica's relationship wasn't all shade and drama. Back in the early 2000s when they first got together, their chemistry was undeniable. They were the it couple for a brief moment, and fans couldn't get enough of seeing them together on red carpets and in interviews. 50 even mentioned Vivica in his hit song 21 Questions, which many believed was inspired by their romance. The two seemed smitten, always complimenting each other publicly. Vivica once gushed about how generous and supportive Curtis, yes, she calls him by his real name, was during their time together, but as is often the case with celebrity relationships, the pressures of fame and the public eye proved to be too much for them to handle.
His performing thing and who he is as a man. So I met Curtis. Because I remember when I first talked to him, I was like, so what do I call you? He was like, Curtis, that's my name. I said, okay, cool.
And while their breakup was messy, and we mean messy, there have been moments where both of them have shown glimpses of tenderness toward each other. In fact, Vivica has always been quick to defend 50 when the public has come for him. Take, for example, the time a rumor spread about 50 undergoing a cosmetic procedure himself. You know the one. Vivica didn't hesitate to shut it down, calling the rumor ridiculous and standing by her ex. It's moments like these that make fans wonder if, deep down, there's still some unspoken affection between the two. Could it be a case of unfinished business, or are they simply two people who will always hold a soft spot for one another, despite their differences?
And the main thing that what the relationship was that we just went way too public, way too fast.
What makes this dynamic even more intriguing is how often their paths seem to cross. Whether it's through mutual Hollywood circles, online chatter, or even projects in the entertainment industry, Vivica and 50 always seem to find their way back into each other's orbit. Take Vivica's recent involvement in directing a project tied to the Black Mafia family, a topic that 50 Cent has already made his mark on with his hit series. When 50 caught wind of her project, he didn't hold back, throwing some playful shade her way. But Vivica, ever the queen of composure, took it as a compliment, saying it was his way of showing support. Whether you believe that or not, it's clear that their connection, however complicated it may be, still has some spark.
The love that I had for him, and still to this day, will always, he was the love of my life. I will admit that without.
And while 50 Cent is currently in a relationship with Cuban Link, and let's be real, she's stunning, Vivica seems to be living her best single life, unapologetically owning her age and success. She's been open about what she's looking for in a partner, someone with their own career, their own identity, and someone who can keep up with her. When asked if that description still fits 50, Vivica couldn't help but laugh, brushing off the suggestion with a cheeky grin. But if you look at their history and listen to the way they talk about each other, you can't help but wonder, are they truly done, or is there still a chapter waiting to be written?
Still saying your name. How you feel about that?
Well, my phone started blowing up, and I was like, Lord, what I do now? You know, and...
But here's the kicker. Despite all the drama, Vivica has never hesitated to share that 50 Cent was the love of her life. In multiple interviews, she's expressed that their relationship ended because it became too public too fast, and that outside pressures ultimately tore them apart. She's even said that if she could do it all over again, she'd keep things private. And let's not forget the time she compared their potential reunion to Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck rekindling their romance. If they can do it, why not us, she said with a smile, during a talk show appearance. So does she secretly hope 50 really is looking to spin the block? The jury's still out on that one, but it's definitely got people talking.
When 50 and Vivica was dating, y'all were dating.
13 years ago.
13 years ago.
Okay.
And I remember it was some kind of awards ceremony. You was on stage and your body was popping.
Now, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the speculation about Vivica's alleged regret over her BBL. Sources close to the actress have reportedly hinted that she may not be entirely happy with the results. Rumors are swirling that she feels the procedure didn't turn out as expected and that it may have even ruined her body. Some fans have suggested that Vivica should consider reversing the procedure, while others think she should embrace her new look and ignore the haters. Either way, it seems like Vivica might be grappling with some tough decisions right now.
Getting back together with Mr. Curtis Jackson if he can. Instead.
Well, Ben and Jen did it again. Why not?
If you've been following Vivica's journey over the years, you know this isn't the first time her appearance has sparked debate. From facial procedures to breast augmentations, she's been open about some of her enhancements, while other rumors have remained just that, rumors. Most recently, after an appearance on the Tamron Hall show, fans speculated about possible tweaks to her face, but Vivica shut down the chatter with a fiery Instagram post saying she was happy and living her best life. "I'm smiling and happy, zero worries. I'm good, darling," she wrote. So, will she address the BBL rumors head on? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, let's circle back to 50 Cent because his involvement in this story is just too juicy to ignore. After sparking all that speculation with his initial comment, 50 later addressed the rumors about him wanting to rekindle things with Vivica. In a follow-up post, he wrote, "Who said I was spinning the block? Damn, I ain't gonna lie, that booty was good though, I think." Classic 50, always keeping things playful, but just ambiguous enough to keep everyone guessing. And let's be real, this isn't the first time he's commented on Vivica's cosmetic choices. A few years ago, he even compared her to a botched surgery victim in a now infamous Instagram post. Ouch.
Hey, my God, you look amazing and
I'm doing my best to keep it tight and right, girl.
girl, it is okay.
So what's the takeaway here? First, it's clear that Vivica's alleged BBL has reignited public interest in her and her complicated relationship with 50 Cent. Second, it's a reminder that no matter how much success someone has achieved, they're not immune to public scrutiny, especially when it comes to their appearance. And third, it shows that 50 and Vivica's dynamic is still as intriguing as ever, even 2 decades after their breakup. Whether it's love, shade, or something in between, these two always manage to keep us entertained. Now let's hear from you all. Do you think Vivica went too far with her alleged BBL, or should people just let her live her life? And what about 50 Cent? Do you think he's genuinely interested in reconnecting with Vivica, or is he just stirring the pot for attention? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's get this conversation started. Until next time, stay tuned for more Hollywood gossip, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for all the latest tea. See you soon!